Andra Day, welcome to the Daily Social Distancing Show.
That's what it is, isn't it? I enjoy it just as much as the regular Daily Show, so good.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really do. And before we get any further, let's start with the congratulations that are in order. Two Golden Globe nominations, which is huge for your work on the new Billie Holiday movie. And what's really impressive about it is not just the nominations, this is your debut acting role. I mean, what a way to start.
Yeah, definitely what a way to start. And it was almost a way to end while I was on set. I was like, this might have taken me out. I might have had to retire after this. But no, I mean now I'm definitely more balanced and I feel kind of at a healthier place. But yeah, it was. I mean, I didn't want to do it at first, but I'm really glad that I did, and I didn't sort of, I guess, self-sabotage my way out of it, because it's an honor to be a part of Billie's story and legacy and to help bring the truth about her life to the public eye. And
Billie Holiday people might know as the musician, but what makes this film special is you show us Billie Holiday as the civil rights icon, as this woman who is fighting against the system that is trying to shut her down. Tell me a little bit more about that story and the part of her life that a lot of people really don't know about.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, to put it frankly, it's the part of her life that people were never supposed to know about. People need to understand that the reason they know Billie Holiday as this sort of tragic drug addict, but like a great jazz singer, is because that was the narrative that was fed to us as a people. And but what they really need to know is that she was sort of the genesis. She was the great godmother of civil rights. She was the first martyr in the war on drugs. She was singing "Strange Fruit," a song about lynching in America, racial terror, in defiance of the government, and she was integrating audiences. You know, she was a fighter and doing it all on her own. We did not have the civil rights movement as we know it today, and we would not have had it if it wasn't for her sacrifice. So she is a hero.
She's a hero because she went up against arguably the most powerful force in the world at one time and maybe even now, the United States government. You know, it's a really scary story. Talk me through your role and what it was like for you to play this woman who, on one hand, is this amazing icon who's performing and really enthralling audiences, and on the other hand, a woman who is dealing with her fears, her insecurities, and the dark world that she's a part of, whether she likes it or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you said that just now, whether she's a part of it or not, because one of the things I always I hear all the time is, Billie Holiday was a very complicated figure. And I'm like, there's nothing complicated about a black queer woman trying to live free. What's complicated is her circumstances. She's in the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s. The entire government is using all of their force. And as you said, one of the most powerful forces and one of the most powerful figures. And I think the stage J. Edgar Hoover, right? And one of probably the most diabolical and divisive. But, him, Harry J. Anslinger, the Federal Bureau of Narcotics, the entire US government is coming after her for singing a song about racial terror. And that she lost her father to Jim Crow, right? That she was raped at 10 and was punished for being raped by a 40-year-old man. That she was sent into a brothel, was raised in a brothel, that drugs were pumped into her community. And she used that as a way to deal with the trauma of living. So there was nothing complex about her. She was beautiful and fascinating. She was in very complex circumstances. And so it made me appreciate her and love her. And there was a sense of urgency, it was performing this role and singing. When I was on your show and when I was doing it in the cast, it was to pay homage to Billie and to pay homage to our people and to just bring this song into a new era. But on set, it was very different. And it was the first time I sang the song and realized this is not a beautiful song. This is an ugly song. It's a horrific song. The bulging eyes, the twisted mouth, the burning flesh. And I had a need for people in the audience to stop enjoying it. I didn't want them clapping. I didn't want, this is an ugly song. Go do something because I might die after singing this tonight. And so it was definitely a different experience, transformative, really.
You could have taken the easy route in playing the role that you did, but you didn't. I mean, you lost almost 40 pounds to play this role. You also took on some of Billie's vices. You started smoking. You don't smoke. You surrounded yourself with people who are struggling with drugs as well to understand addiction, to start to sort of understand what she was going through. What was the hardest part of inhabiting that side of Billie Holiday's world?
Uh, I mean, the hardest part, listen, it took a toll on my family, right? Because the reality is when you're going through this and you're preparing for it, you're not going through it by yourself. So on my family, on my company, you know, on my staff, on my band, you know, everybody, you know, yes, we were studying the addiction, lost weight, took up the drinking and the smoking and other things as well too. I don't typically cuss, and I'm not. For me, I've made a personal vow to be abstinent for the last like almost 7 years. So that's not a side that I engage in either. And so, you know, it was definitely challenging, but I think the hardest part when I look back on it now was coming out of it. You know, I
Hmm.
lived as another human being for 3 years of my life and trying to figure out who I am in this season of my life has been really,
Wow.
really, really difficult. And I remember a moment actually on set, you know, Lee would ask me, he says, we were doing the song All of Me. And he said, throw Billie away. Now just give me Andra, give me. And I tried and we got it recorded in the movie, of course, but I genuinely was breaking down from what you see in the film in that moment because I had to look at him and just, I felt like I let him down because I was like, Lee, I don't know who the I am. Like, sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to be cussing. I don't know, but that
That's
has
fine.
not gone away yet. But so I'm trying to get, you know, a footing in my life now and think about who I am. But you know, God is great, and it's patience, and I'll get there definitely.
Well, I'll tell you this, you've done an amazing job at telling this story. It's no surprise that you were nominated. I wish you the best of luck, and I can't wait to see what you take on after this is all done and after you've found the new Andra for the next chapter of your life.
Yeah, hopefully she's great. I don't know. You know, I'll let you know when I meet her. You know, we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Andra. Take care.
Speak soon.